Here we are with Coach DeMeco Ryans at the NFL meetings. Coach, how do you like being here and hobnobbing with the other coaches and owners? How's that for you?
Yeah, it's fun getting a chance to see the other coaches. Just everybody just relaxed. You don't have that kind of competitive, fire going after each other. So it's good to see everybody relax and everybody really, coming together to try to make the game better. When you talk about rule changes and how we can improve and grow our game, it's really, important for us to be a part of that and understand the changes that we make is going to affect this game, and hopefully we're improving the game for good.
So how do you tackle a guy in 2024?
The hip drop tackle, right?
Yeah.
I think to start with the hip drop tackle, it's why it's an issue is, you see some guys get significant injuries when the hip drop tackle occurs, and you don't want defenders just really unweighting themselves and dropping down on a guy's ankle. One, I don't think guys, for me, I've never taught the hip drop tackle. Don't teach it. I never think a defender is really trying to hurt the runner. And so I think it's just inadvertently it's because of you're trying to keep your head out of the game and guys just aren't putting their body on body and making great contact with runners. Guys are having their entire weight behind the runner when they need to face the guy up a little bit better. And if we, as a defender, if we can face the runner up and put more body on body, more solid contact, like shoulder through the sternum, and run your feet on contact, that's the biggest thing, where guys are not running and accelerating their feet. Once they wrap up, you have to run your feet on contact. If guys do that, and I think we can get the hip drop out of the game.
So was hip drop a term when you played? Because I feel like it's a recent term. Maybe you were doing it, but maybe it was called something else. Or
hip drop was never a term. I think it actually started – I was in San Francisco. We were in the playoffs. We were playing against Cowboys. And Jimmy Ward, he's playing as a nickel, and they check the ball down to Pollard over the middle of the field, and Jimmy breaks and makes a play, ends up with his head kind of behind him. And he takes him down very quickly, and Pollard ends up, unfortunately, having a high ankle sprain. And I think that's where the hip drop tackle the name of the hip drop started to show up because it was in the playoffs. A lot of eyes were on that game, and it was such a great player in Pollard who goes down with a significant injury. And so I think that's where it gained the most attention.
After the season, one of the things you said was you want to be so strong up front defensively. And I know we're not done yet. There's still some free agency. There's the draft, obviously. How do you feel about some of the acquisitions you've made and how strong you are right now at the moment?
Yeah, at this moment, I feel really, really good about what we were able to do up front, starting with Daniil. I think he's a guy who's done it for a while in this league, a double-digit sack guy. Guy who is a Houstonian, being able to bring him back to Houston. He was excited about that piece, being able to play in front of his family in his hometown. DeMeco Autry is a guy who he's relentless. He loves football, right? And you can see that on the tape. Well respected all across the league. He's done it for a long time. Guy is all ball all the time, so excited to add him and his versatility. DeMeco's played the end. He's also played interior defensive tackle, so we'll try to move him around in similar ways to try to put him in the best position to affect the quarterback. And so just adding, multiple guys, adding Mario Edwards, Tim Settle, Foley, just added a lot of depth to the defensive line because I truly believe if you want a great defensive line, you need 8 guys who can really get after it. We can rotate guys so nobody gets worn out. And I think we've added some really good guys. We'll see, what happens when the pads come on.
How about having Aziz in that linebacking core, Coach?
Yeah, Aziz is a young player I was able to add when I was early in my coaching career.
Yeah.
I was able to coach Aziz. We got him as an undrafted free agent out in San Francisco, and he's a guy who he's going to bring outstanding leadership to our locker room, not only to our defense but to the locker room. He's a leader. He is a intense player. He loves football, and I think he can really help our young guys on defense. But he's seen what successful defenses look like, seeing how we should operate, and he's going to bring some energy to our team for sure.
I won't ask you about everybody, but one more. Joe Mixon on the offensive side, and such a great receiving running back as well as a runner.
Right, that's the thing that set Joe apart, right? Being able to changed the game when it comes to the passing game, right?
Yeah.
I think if you can check the ball down, and for CJ having multiple weapons, but when you can check the ball down to your running back or in the screen game, it's another place where I think Joe has excelled in his career. I think he's gonna, open up the offense big time for us, right? Getting Dalton back was big, but also getting Joe back is it helps when you can run the ball. Joe has been consistent 1,000-yard runner in this league. He's a tough runner. We've gone against him for the past couple of years, and Joe is always a tough guy to bring down. And I think with his style of play, right, and how we want to get better running the football, I think Joe helps us in that regard.
Yeah, you mentioned Dalton, and one of the things you told us at the Combine about a month ago was you want enough of your own guys coming back. How important is that continuity that you have a year under your belt with a lot of these players?
Yeah, that's huge, right? When you can have guys come back for the second time around, when guys are not trying to just learn the playbook, right? Guys are actually trying to get better, right? I think when you change schemes, everybody's trying to catch up and make sure we're speaking the same language because it's new to everybody. So all the players you're still thinking. And you can't play as fast just because, what was that turn? Now, man, I've heard it before. I've done that technique before. I know what the coach is asking me. Now, can I probably improve my footwork? Can I improve my eye distance? Can I improve on those little things, which I think will set us apart?
What about having the guys back in the building soon enough? Because off-season conditioning just a few weeks away. You must be so fired up to get players to coach again.
Yeah, it seemed like we just finished, right?
Yeah.
And now we're talking
Maybe
about
you want
guys
more time.
coming back. We need a little more time. No, it'll be definitely exciting to get the players back. The players bring the energy in the building, so it'll be exciting, right, to get the guys back and to get to work as our new 2024 team. I'm excited for all those guys to start getting to know each other, right? I think every year is a new year, so we have to do a great job this year of learning each other, learning our teammates, and truly connecting.
All right, uniforms. We can't reveal things, but something got out, and Cal McNair put on Reddit, hey, Nico Tank, here's what these white uniforms look like anyway. What is your thought on that in general? I know you just want to play football and coach it, but what about that?
Great job, Cal. Great job. Way to save the day. But, really, I think, in this new age of ball, like players they're definitely excited about the look. Right? I think for us to get an updated look, I think it's needed. We've had our unis for over 20 years now, so it's time for a little upgrade, and I think it's a nice spin on what we've had, and I think the players will really enjoy the fresh new look.
Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you, Marc.
All right.